We're done travelling for a little while, and now that we're back in our temporary accommodation, it's time to look back at the trip and our favourite moments. In this first episode, we start with a trip on our very first day down into an actual gold mine. A few days later, we stopped in at a great outdoor zoo. Before, a couple of days after that, seeing sheep being sheared. Then we dug deeply. We didn't dig, but we looked deeply into a hole in the ground that had been dug before we finish up this episode with sculptures at sunrise.
We've travelled to Ballarat, and I didn't expect it, but we're about to go underground in an actual gold mine. Well, not currently a gold mine, but one that extracted $130 million worth of gold over its entire life.
Thank you very much.
Okay, everyone, you're about to head to a hard rock quartz mine.
What do you think? A good look for me?
Welcome underground. You're now standing 61 metres straight down from where you were before. At the moment, you're all in a plat. Plat's a Cornish term from Cornwall in England, means open space. Quartz is good, everything else is rubbish. They don't like it when you steal gold from the mine. They want to minimise that risk as much as they possibly can. They would strip search you after every shift. Come in, find a spot where you can see the window, get up close, find some gold in that creek. Plenty of gold in there. This is the kind of drill you would use in this mine when it was a working operating gold mine. This company had 10 of these working underground per shift when it was at its busiest. Here we go.
It really continued that loud, but the auto gain on the microphone kicked in.
3 patterns on the walls. Forget this one over here, it's not applicable to this mine, it's never used underground. I'll talk to you about those two. They're the two that they use to blow the rock out you've been walking through today. 2 miners are going to pick up a banjo shovel each, scrape it all up, throw it in the ore truck.
Once we'd excavated enough rock, we were allowed to return to the surface in time for the end of shift.
Come with your leaf.
Thank you. Thank you.
See you, sister.
Well, here we are at Monarto Safari Park.
Let's go see some animals.
Monarto Safari Park is Australia's largest open-range zoo, featuring lions, giraffes, cheetahs, rhinos, and more.
Shear Outback, dedicated to the history of shearing in Australia, was indeed open. Over to Jack for the main event.
Anyway, we might grab one of these little things for you and see how we go.
Just beginning to see something.
From Fort Burke Hill Lookout, the landscape drops away into a vast open-cut mine, part of the peak gold mine operations. Originally, mining started underground in the 1890s. This site transitioned to open-cut in the 1990s. Today, you can stand where Cobar's gold rush began and stare directly into the layered red earth, still being carved away in the search of copper and gold.
This is one impressive hole in the ground.
The actual mine head, where personnel enter and leave the mine, is way over there, all connected underground. The Back of Burke Exhibition Centre features the Standing Stories sculpture series, an outdoor gallery of artworks created in collaboration with local Aboriginal artists and families. Each sculpture embodies personal narratives, cultural symbols, and ancestral connections, offering visitors a profound insight into the region's Indigenous heritage.